and bringing folks together
that tons of people knew about, from car bombs to assaults to crimes. It's like P. Diddy was going for some kind of high score, trying to catch every possible crime like a Pokemon. He has terrorized the music industry for decades and ruined so many lives. In recent times, the evidence against him to support all the allegations that have existed for decades has been overwhelming and led to a large investigation against P. Diddy, and now it looks like we're reaching the climactic finale with him being arrested. When this story broke last night, the indictment was sealed.
100 victims. More than 24 of those future plaintiffs.
How does that even make sense? 100 victims? This is just one phase of the allegations and stuff. Like, on top of that, he had allegations prior. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
Diddy Combs, on behalf of more than 100 victims, more than 24 of those future plaintiffs say they were just kids when Combs allegedly assaulted them.
We're forward with new allegations against hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs. They plan to file civil lawsuits against Combs, with the claims ranging from minors. Combs is now in federal prison awaiting trial on charges that include trafficking. Houston-based attorney Tony Busby says he'll represent 120 people who claim to have been victimized by Combs and his associates. One of those victims says he was just 9 years old when Combs allegedly assaulted him.
They are afraid of retaliation from the perpetrators and their associates. They are rightly afraid for their own personal safety. I expect that through this process, many powerful people will be exposed. Many dirty secrets will be revealed.
Combs' attorneys have not commented on the potential lawsuits, and the cases are expected to be filed in the...
Diddy Combs is facing dozens of new assault allegations, while the rapper is still in jail after his September 16th arrest on charges of trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. 120 people have come forward with new assault allegations. Texas-based attorney Tony Busby, who is representing 120 accusers, told
more and more information about it here on Live Now from Fox, as Diddy's home in Los Angeles has been raided by Homeland Security. Of course, we're learning more information. I do want to take you back out here before we get out to our Fox 11 team in their coverage, because some of this video is very dramatic and we don't know a ton of information right now about this here on Live Now from Fox. Of course, breaking news of this, as you can see, potentially law enforcement officials and other officials just outside of a gate, this on a street near the Beverly Hills area. Of course, we're following it very closely on Live Now from Fox. And of course, we were watching this. We didn't know exactly what we were seeing at the time. So this is just a little bit ago, as you can see a crowbar to get through this gate initially as well. The long guns
maybe going down on him. And he's back there rolling his eyes. He hiding the mother. And when he put his head down, there's one of them white boys sucking on him. Oh. You understand? That has happened. You understand what I'm saying? Then you got these guys who, they go into these Turkish houses. Once you get to that door, you don't go back in there. But you know what they do in them Turkish houses. Well, you can assume what they do, quote unquote.
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't going to stop. We're going to keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You're going to hear about my parties. They're going to be shutting them down. They're going to probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we want to have a good time. You know, whenever you bring up a different element into people's environment, things that broaden people's horizons, people get intimidated. It's a lot of people out there that feel intimidated by it. That ain't nothing but break it down, racial barriers, break it down. Barriers, people from all walks of life. Ron Perlman talking to Jay-Z talking to, you know what I'm saying?
Every name the man ever used. Sean Combs, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. P. Diddy, a.k.a. Diddy, a.k.a. PD, a.k.a. Love. I would just like to note here that I do not remember the PD era. That is number one. And number two, shockingly, for those of us who are old enough to remember when he was Puffy, Puffy did not make this. And it appears Puffy did not make this, I guess, because he stopped calling himself Puffy way before the allegations in the paperwork. And basically what they are saying is that up until 2008, there was this dude that by and large was like a record company executive. And in 2008, he turned into Mr. Hand.
You know that parking lot right to the left? I go in the parking garage.
Okay, when you hosted for Diddy, did you catch any baby oil?
You'll see,
when I hosted for Diddy? Nah.
You asking the wrong person the wrong question. What's your question?
Do you think he's safe in jail?
Wrong person the wrong question. You asked me about Grant for me, I'm the guy.
To me, I'll share those press and I won't be behind.
Did you speak to Mr. Combs?
I speak to him all the time.
Yeah. What's his reaction to everything that's happening?
We knew this was coming. I mean, he moved to New York, as I think some of you guys know. We brought him to New York about 2 weeks ago because we knew this day was going to come, and it's here.
Did you expect it to happen last night? Was that planned?
No, it's not planned. Certainly, it's not planned by us. I mean, he came here to surrender at a time agreeable to the U.S. Attorney's Office, and then they arrested him last night. I spent.
Smokes, you're not going to believe this, but there is, in fact, a Diddy and Michael Jackson connection. Yes, the lawsuit that we have been covering and following, so much being revealed. You're not going to believe that somehow it is connected to Michael Jackson and his death. And I gotta be honest, I'm kind of terrified. I think this is going to be the last day that I cover it because we're getting close to something that is very dangerous. All right, so I wasn't kidding at the top, guys. I am probably not going to cover this anymore because it is definitely getting a bit terrifying. Obviously, we covered this. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch. I believe it was Monday's episode. But yes, the Diddy lawsuit is absolutely crazy. Full stop. What if I told you guys that it is about to get even crazier, that there is directly a link to Michael Jackson's death? I want to be clear that when everything was going on with Michael Jackson, the lawsuits, his death, I thought that we were in full conspiracy theory territory when people were saying that Michael Jackson was killed.
Breaking news right now related to music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. Major new allegations today. Assault and exploitation by Combs. For the first time, we are hearing about victims who say they were minors when they were allegedly assaulted by the music star. The youngest allegedly just 9 years old. The allegations were revealed today by attorneys representing more than 100 alleged victims who are preparing to sue. So let's bring in NBC News Entertainment.
I'm like Chinny. You feel me? He like Clinton. I was the president for shit. Yeah, man. That's OG. I was just was that it?
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work.
It's enough.
Yeah.
I get it. You got it.
You look beautiful. It was a
night and it was boy, family reunion tour. Wow, racing. I just got me out. Such a guy. Yo, Toronto, we coming to your city, Atlanta.
Got me 2020, but I can't see 20, but I can't see
Dallas.
Illuminati.
Play whatever you want to play, baby.
It's
here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shake to that,
work. Whereas that, if I could say this, like you have a girl, there's one guy maybe going down on him. And he's back there rolling his eyes, he's hiding the mother, and when he put his head down, there's one of them white boys sucking on him. Oh. You know what I'm saying? That has happened. You understand what I'm saying? Then you got these guys who, they go into these Turkish houses. Once you get to that door, you don't go back in there. But you know what they do in them Turkish houses. Well, you can assume what they do, quote unquote.
Tell about Sean Puffy Combs, aka Diddy, spinning. I mean, this guy is a master promoter. Okay? And the allegation is that Combs aided and abetted his son in this attack.
This is incredibly disturbing footage, so I do want to warn our viewers, as you did. But as you said, Cassie's lawsuit, which was filed in November of 2023 and then was quickly settled overnight, it did open the floodgates. But in that complaint, Jake, she detailed an incident that she alleged happened in March of 2016 at a hotel in Los Angeles. Physically Diddy. Now our team in the LA Bureau, we have got our hands on that surveillance footage, and it appears to corroborate Kathy's claims identically.
We made a bail appeal to Judge Carter. It did not go our way. The fight continues. We're not giving up by a long shot. I told Mr. Combs I'm going to try and get his case to trial as quickly as possible. I'm going to try and minimize the amount of time he spends in very, very difficult and I believe inhumane housing conditions in the special housing unit in Metropolitan Detention.
It's going to inspire when I had nothing in me to give. Like, I let one human being make me so low that, like, I didn't even remember who I was. I was scared to get in the studio. Like, I didn't believe in myself. All of a sudden, in Miami, I started catching a vibe as soon as I went to Miami. Like, as soon as I changed location, started catching a vibe. And then one day I got the vibe, it's time to go to New York. And you were there and you saw what was happening and it started being incredible. Coco Chanel, Miami, Good Form. All of those things just started as mumbles in the studio in New York.
Young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. So if she ever needs me, I'm going to be here for her. But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her, I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. Yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
Okay, so.
But that's not a diss. Meek likes being brought up in that song. I don't know why you lowering his thing. You think you're doing him a favor. He's very, very happy being mentioned. I'm pretty sure.
Mexico. What's up with Dwight Howard in Mexico? They don't got paparazzi out there like that. You feel me? They was down there hooping. He going to the club with these things. What's lady?
Beginning, like the first 3.5 years, he was, the first 3 4 months, he was really nice, but then after that, he started being
A new civil lawsuit claims Sean Diddy Combs repeatedly passed off dancer and adult film actress Adria English to be by partygoers during events at his New York and Miami houses between 2006 and 2009.
Puppy's like
Oh, shit. What'd he say?
To describe puppy in one word is it's also worse, way worse.
Wow. Oh, you kidding me, huh?
Like penetration pictures and
nah.
For them. It's not so cool when you start to own things. You see what I'm saying? So I made a lot of money with them too. Like, there's a point, they did a deal that mirrored what Puffy's deal with Diageo was, or Ciroc. So he didn't have ownership of that at any point, but he was getting a lot of money, like almost like $60 million a year at one point. So you see him go to De Leon is when you see him have some issues. And these people have really strong relationships. Don't think that the civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case faster because he's making them uncomfortable. That's a big part of it. The spirits business is not governed. They got a discus board that they created, right? If you got two companies that are $3 billion a year,
and Beam Centauria and Diageo, the distribution level, it's very hard for you to get things to a point where you can do the numbers, the right numbers. They incentivize the sales force by giving them box bonuses. And then when you sell a product, you get the bonuses off the boxes that's there. But you make that no matter what product you're selling. So if you sell Hennessy or Remy out the gate, they start to put downward pressure on the new companies.
And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this. And yo, there's a lot of stories that goes around in this industry about not just him, other people. Jimmy Iovine. Ain't nobody talking about Jimmy Iovine. He got sexual charges and everything on him. But he got those publicists that's keeping it out off of CNN. That's keeping it off the major news reports. Nobody's talking about that. This is something that goes on, man, that they're gonna push up under the rug, and a few years later, Bad Boy 5, 6, 7, 8 will be out. Craziness, man. And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this. And yo, it's a lot of stories that goes around in this industry about not just him, other people. Jimmy Iovine. Ain't nobody talking about Jimmy Iovine. He got charges and everything on him. But he got those publicists that's keeping it out off of CNN. That's keeping it off the major news reports. Nobody's talking about that. This is something that goes on, man, that they're gonna push up under the rug, and a few years later, Bad Boy 5, 6, 7, 8 will be out. Man. And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this. Yo, man, I should have he told me he should have saw this coming with Cassie.
He looking around like, damn, like, a lot of guys kissing each other in here, man. You feel me? What y'all do is y'all business.
So you've been to a party and seen this?
Oh, I've seen it firsthand, multiple times. I seen Dwight Howard in a pink dress, bro.
What?
I seen Dwight Howard in a pink dress with two other Prince ladies in dresses. They all the same height at a Diddy party. Oh. Ask about Dwight Howard.
The entertainment world has been shaken by a series of revelations that sound like they belong in a crime thriller. At the center of it all is Sean Diddy Combs, once the king of the music industry and known for his lavish lifestyle. The news broke recently when Cassandra Ventura, known as Cassie, filed a lawsuit in New York City, accusing Diddy of trapping her in an abusive relationship that spanned over a decade. This bombshell sent shockwaves through the music industry, but an even more surprising twist, fellow comedian Kevin Hart's name has been dragged into the scandal. Kevin Hart, beloved for his comedic talents and his rise from humble beginnings to global fame, now finds himself in the crosshairs of public scrutiny. His association with Diddy, who was recently arrested on serious charges, is drawing unwanted attention. For years, Hart has portrayed himself as the quintessential self-made man, someone who rose to success through a mix of hard work, relentless hustle, and undeniable talent. But recent revelations have cast a shadow over this image, suggesting that Hart may have been more closely tied to Diddy's notorious world than anyone previously realized. Diddy's extravagant parties have long been the stuff of Hollywood legend, lavish, star-studded affairs attended by some of the biggest names in the entertainment industry. However, behind the closed doors of these exclusive gatherings, there have always been whispers of excess, chaos, and troubling behavior. As details continue to emerge, it's becoming clear that Kevin Hart wasn't just another guest at these legendary parties. Reports now suggest that he played a central role in organizing some of them, a revelation that has sent shockwaves throughout Hollywood. The notion that Kevin Hart, one of America's most beloved comedians, could be deeply involved in such controversial activities is difficult to fathom. Hart has built his brand on lighthearted humor, family-friendly jokes, and an image of wholesomeness. Yet these new reports paint a far more complicated picture. His involvement with Diddy's parties allegedly went beyond merely entertaining the guests. Hart, it seems, was also instrumental in orchestrating the events, raising questions about how much he knew and how deeply he was entangled in the chaotic world behind Diddy's glamorous facade. Diddy's parties were never typical Hollywood soirees. For years, rumors swirled about what really went on at these exclusive gatherings. Wild behavior, excessive indulgence, and far more disturbing activities were said to take place. Those in the know have described the atmosphere at these parties as one of unbridled excess, where anything could happen and often did. It is within this environment that Kevin Hart's name has surfaced, not just as a participant, but as someone who may have helped facilitate these infamous events. As the investigation continues, questions about Hart's involvement are growing louder. What exactly did he witness during these parties? How much did he know about what was happening behind closed doors? And how deeply was he involved in their planning and execution? While no one is outright accusing Hart of engaging in illegal activities, his close proximity to Diddy and the questionable nature of these events has placed him in an uncomfortable and precarious position. The fallout from this scandal is far from over. With Diddy now facing serious legal trouble and the full extent of the allegations still coming to light, Kevin Hart finds himself in a situation that could severely damage his reputation and career. The public, already stunned by the news, is left wondering just how much more will be revealed in the coming weeks. For now, Kevin Hart's involvement in this scandal remains one of the most shocking and unexpected twists in the ongoing saga surrounding Diddy. As more details emerge, the world will be watching closely, waiting to see how this story unfolds and how it will ultimately impact one of comedy's biggest stars.
Happiness, victory, however you give it to us, we want to give you thanks for 2020. 2020 has been an incredible year. 2020 has been a great year. Please bless us that in 2021, we're not the same that we was in 2020, that we have excelled, that we have gone to a higher frequency, a higher level of consciousness, a higher level of kindness, a higher level of self-love, to eat the right things and to take care of ourselves, a higher level of self-love, especially for anybody, but for my people, Black people. Please bless them to love themselves enough to start fighting back in any way. Nobody should be oppressed like this. Nobody should be treated like this. And God, I know that you know. And God, give us the courage in 2021, if anybody's being oppressed, to be able to destroy their oppressor. And God, 2020 was something. 2021, we pray. We pray it's better than 2020.
You put my bag I like when you like this, Daddy. Yeah, when you put my bag Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping.
We decided to do the book because I'm not a rapper, obviously, or anything like that. But I've been in the business and been around the business.
Diddy party stories are our favorite genre of anecdote. If you have one, yeah. Wow. Okay, I've got a lot. I can't tell. So, can't tell that one either. I'm like actually cycling through them. Well, we still have some time to go. You know, I can blow it here. Okay.
So you think Puffy was involved in the shooting?
Only they can answer that question. I have my own opinion, but I wouldn't slander their name like they did mine. I wouldn't say things that I knew. You know what I mean? I believe so. I do believe so. I have proved things that I can say that will back up my claim, but this is not for the world to know about. You know what I mean? It's between me and him, and only he knows. So every time he say it didn't happen, or that's the only thing that made this become an issue to everybody. Because you seen what I said in the
I basically bowed out. It was gonna go ahead about my life. The next issue, that wasn't even the next issue because them cowards waited about 4 issues before they got their story together. 4 issues later, half of New Yorkers commenting on me shot. And before, they was all like, we didn't see nothing. In the first issue, read it, Vibe viewers. Nobody seen it. The 4th issue, when they came back with a reply, everybody knew what I did. They knew what I said. I was acting. Who gets shot 5 times in act? Oh, I didn't get shot 5 times in A vision. I only got shot once because they found the bullet. The police found it, but now they the cops. Now they doing detective work. They found the bullet. Oh, you found the bullet, huh? So what is this other shit in me then? What was the doctors talking about? What? Can you explain these other holes in me? I like your gunpowder all over me. That insulted my intelligence. So yes, I did say Thug Life was there. Yes, I bowed out, all of that. But when they said that, they breathed new life in me. And Thug Life not only became a rap group, but it became a way of life for life. Because they disrespected me, my name, my family, what I had been through. They said that I couldn't be in pain. I could not feel. I could not be heard.
Is there still a beat going on between you?
It was never a beat. It's only a difference in opinion. Right. To me, if I like my homeboy should gave me the best advice I could ever give from anybody. He said when people ask him if he's beefing with Bad Boy with Puffy, he says like me going to a playground and picking on a little kid. Right. That's like me being mad at my little brother because he getting cash now. I'm not mad at that. I'm just mad at my little brother when he don't respect me. Yeah. Now when you don't respect me, I'm gonna spank your ass. I don't give a bitch you got on the block. I'm your big.
Your parties are the hottest ticket around.
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't gonna stop. We gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You gonna hear about my party. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we want to have a good time. You know, whenever you bring up a different element into people's environment, things that broaden people's horizon, people get intimidated. There's a lot of people out there that feel intimidated by it. It ain't nothing but break it down racial barriers, break it down generation barriers. People from all walks of life. Ron Perlman talking to Jay-Z talking to, you know what I'm saying? It just goes on.
Hey, speaking of
this
love,
is love.
I saw a guy on the internet the other day. He said he used to be your security guard, who said that when you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
Well, this show has gotten crazier since the last time I
No, it's all about love, though. That's not true.
You really heard that?
Well, yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Jimmy, I thought we was friends. What is this?
See you always gallivanting around to all these trips that Kim and I aren't invited on.
You wouldn't pick up for the weekend and leave your kids. You don't have help on the weekends.
I'm not saying I want to go.
Oh, this.
So who was with you this weekend?
A bunch of my friends.
Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber,
so far
French
so good.
Montana.
No, half the people you're naming.
No.
Are you drinking, Chloe? No. You have to get these margaritas out of it. Why aren't you drinking? Yeah, but last night.
She didn't go to bed.
I haven't been to bed yet. You haven't? I want to be Chloe when I grow up for it. Oh, you're just so little. Like my balls are just going. I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Go this party. I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have loved it.
I've been to a couple Diddy parties. Now, I'm risking a lot by saying this. I've been to lots of parties. I've been to Jamie Foxx. I've been with Snoop, T.I. I've been to lots of places.
Kevin Hart's connection to Diddy seems to go back much further than many realize. As investigators delve deeper into Diddy's actions over the years, it appears that Hart may have played a much bigger role in Diddy's empire than anyone ever expected. Hollywood insiders have long whispered about the inner workings of Diddy's world, but very few dared to speak publicly about what they had seen or heard. Now, with federal agents involved and the investigation expanding, those whispers have turned into full-blown accusations and Kevin Hart's name is being mentioned more and more. A particularly troubling piece of evidence recently emerged: video footage of Hart attending one of Diddy's infamous parties. In the video, a woman's hair catches on fire while she sits in a hot tub surrounded by candles. Rather than rushing to her aid, Hart is seen laughing along with other high-profile guests. While this might seem like a minor incident in isolation, given the larger context of the scandal, it's raising some serious questions. It paints a picture of Hart as desensitized to the wild and sometimes dangerous atmosphere of these parties, much more so than he has publicly let on. If Hart's involvement were simply limited to attending these parties, that might be one thing. However, new rumors suggest that he may have played a larger role in planning or facilitating these events, raising even more serious questions about his level of involvement. Were these parties just excessive Hollywood gatherings, or was there something darker happening behind the scenes? And if there was, how much did Kevin Hart know about it? These are the pressing questions both investigators and the public are now grappling with. For years, Hart has worked hard to cultivate a squeaky clean image, one built on his comedy, charisma, and an image of being free from major scandal. But the allegations surrounding Diddy's parties are no longer confined to Hollywood gossip or rumor mills. They're now the subject of a full-scale federal investigation involving both the FBI and Homeland Security. The accusations are swirling around organized crime, drug activity, and other illicit dealings tied to Diddy's circle. And with Diddy's closest associates now coming under intense scrutiny, Kevin Hart has found himself in the crosshairs. Perhaps the most shocking revelation of all is the claim that Kevin Hart, fearful of his career and his freedom, may have turned informant to protect himself. According to insiders, Hart, worried about being implicated in Diddy's legal troubles, decided to cooperate with federal investigators, offering key information about what he witnessed at these parties. If this is true, it would explain why the investigation into Diddy has moved so quickly in recent months. Hart's potential testimony could be one of the key pieces of evidence the federal agents are using to build their case against Diddy. The idea of Kevin Hart, a man who has built his entire career on making people laugh, potentially playing a crucial role in the downfall of one of the entertainment industry's most powerful figures, is both shocking and ironic. Here is someone whose public persona has always been about staying out of trouble, now potentially involved in one of the biggest scandals in the music and entertainment world. If Hart has indeed turned into a key informant in the investigation against Diddy, it would be a game-changing revelation for both his career and his public image. However, Hart's silence in the face of these growing rumors is only adding fuel to the speculation. His social media accounts, which are typically filled with jokes, promotions, and interactions with fans, have been unusually quiet. There has been no mention of the scandal currently engulfing Diddy or the accusations circling around him. Instead, Hart has continued to promote his upcoming comedy shows as if nothing is wrong. For someone so vocal and active with his fan base, this radio silence is deafening. Fans, critics, and Hollywood insiders are all wondering the same thing. Why hasn't Kevin Hart addressed any of this? Is he hoping that by staying quiet, the scandal will blow over? Or is there something more to the story? Could it be that Hart is legally bound to remain silent as the investigation continues to unfold? Only time will tell how this will all play out. But one thing is clear: Kevin Hart's carefully cultivated public image is under threat. Whether he emerges from this scandal unscathed or as a pivotal figure in Diddy's downfall, the ripple effects will likely be felt across Hollywood for years to come. For now, the public can only wait and watch.
Hip-hop is for our community, for our people. I turn myself in. Sometimes you gotta face the music. That's most of the time. Perfect. I'm gonna give you some real advice. 2 quick things. You gotta make a decision. When you go to prison, either you're gonna be standing up pissing or squatting sitting down pissing. I advise you to try to take the first one. If you're squatting pissing on the seat, you know what that means. Oh yeah, by the way, do not do your time going by Brother Love. Brother Love is not a good code name for prison. I'm out.
Shocking new accusation. His alleged victim humiliated and traumatized. Diddy's legal troubles just got bigger. Less than 48 hours after his somber mea culpa.
I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Extra has obtained this explosive new 15-page lawsuit filed by model Crystal McKinney. She claims he got her drunk and high with a joint that was laced with what she says was a narcotic or other intoxicating substance.
You have the experience with major corporations like me, my particular experience with Beam Centauri. It was great. in the beginning. It's great for us to work for them. It's not so cool when you start to own things. You see what I'm saying? So I made a lot of money with them too. Like, there's a point, they did a deal that mirrored what Puffy's deal with Diageo was for Ciroc. So he didn't have ownership of that at any point, but he was getting a lot of money, like almost like $60 million a year at one point. So you see him go to De Leon is when you see him have some issues. And these people have really strong relationships. Don't think that the civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case faster because he's making them uncomfortable. That's a big part of it. The spirits business it's not governed. They got a discus board that they created, right? If you got two companies that are $3 billion a year, and Beam Centauria and Diageo, the distribution level, it's very hard for you to get things to a point where you can do the right numbers. They incentivize the sales force by giving them box bonuses. And then when you sell a product, you get the bonuses off the boxes that's there. But you make that no matter what product you're selling. So if you sell Hennessy or Remy out the gate, they start to put downward pressure on the new companies.
Some dudes belong in jail based on what they do and how they do it. We know that to be true. And it's just this situation, man, when they get down to all the facts and all what happened, he may belong in jail, bro. And that's not my doing. That's not Cassie doing. That's his doing and his learned behavior from the people that mentored him. You gotta realize, man, he learned from Andre Harrell. He learned from Russell Simmons. He learned from Clyde Davis. You understand? When those people are telling you that they were heavy into the drugs, they was heavy into beating women and doing things at that age, at that crazy stage, that's going to make him think that he can get away with the same thing that they was getting away with back then. You understand? The things that he was saying, you know, the touchy-feely between two men.
I dropped the guard stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like that's how. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before Fours was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the frosted flakes because he used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
What the? And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this. And yo, it's a lot of stories that goes around in this industry about not just him, other people. Jimmy Iovine. Ain't nobody talking about Jimmy Iovine. He got sexual charges and everything on him. But he got those publicists that's keeping it out off of CNN. It's keeping it off the major news reports. Nobody's talking about that. This is something that goes on, man, that they're gonna push up under the rug, and a few years later, Bad Boy 5, 6, 7, 8 will be out.
LeBron James comments on P. Diddy getting arrested and basically saying that he had a weird feeling today was the day the feds will actually catch up to Diddy. I guess we can all confirm that LeBron James was the anonymous tipster that gave him. No. Yo, I'm gonna keep it a glass of water, y'all. This is nasty word. Y'all remember before a couple months ago that we saw that LeBron James was saying, ain't no party like a Diddy party. Some people will say that LeBron James should go to jail. Chill out, y'all, alright? We all know that this is a troll post. Well, it is actually true that P. Diddy did go to jail, though. But I mean, about LeBron James' whole situation is crazy, and that's lies. But it's still funny just to see that. Feel me? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about the whole P. Diddy situation and LeBron James. But you Ray Snow, what's up? I'm not.
Hey kiddo, what are you doing? You're proud. I know a thing or two about rap music. Who is the boss? Me? No.
You heard about him catching a sexual assault on the little designer dude? Yep. Right. Imagine you got 2 7-foot-tall, swole guys in dresses, cornering you in a hotel in a bedroom. You finna be scared, right? So like, I distinctly remember going to a Diddy party. All the waitresses top.
So you think Huffy was involved in the shooting?
Only they can answer that question. I have my own opinion, but I wouldn't slander their name like they did mine. I wouldn't say things that I knew. You know what I mean? I believe so. I do believe so. I have true things that I can say that will back up my claim, but this is not for the world to know about. You know what I mean? It's between me and him, and only he knows. So every time he say it didn't happen, or that's the only thing that makes this become an issue to everybody. Because you seen what I said in the Vibe article. I basically bowed out. It was gonna go ahead about my life. The next issue, that wasn't even the next issue, because them cowards waited about 4 issues before they got their story together. 4 issues later, half of New York is commenting on me getting shot. And before, they was all like, we didn't see nothing. In the first issue, read it, Vibe viewers. Nobody seen shit. The 4th issue, when they came back with a reply, everybody knew what I did. They knew what I said. I was acting. Who gets shot 5 times in act? Oh, I didn't get shot 5 times in A vision. I only got shot once because they found the bullet. The police found it, but now they the cops. Now they doing detective work. They found the bullet. Oh, you found the bullet, huh? So what is this other shit in me then? What was the doctors talking about? What? Can you explain these other holes in me? I like your gunpowder all over me. That insulted my intelligence. So yes, I did say Thug Life was there. Yes, I bowed out, all of that. But when they said that, they breathed new life in me. Yeah. And Thug Life not only became a rap group, but it became a way of life for life for me. Because they disrespected me, my name, my family, what I had been through. They said that I couldn't be in pain. I could not feel. I could not be heard.
Is there still a beef going on with you and Biggie?
It was never a beef. It's only a difference in opinion. Right. To me, if I like my homeboy should gave me the best advice I could ever give from anybody. He said, when people ask him if he's beefing with Bad Boy with Puffy, he says like me going to a playground and picking on little kids. Right. That's like me being mad at my little brother because he's getting cash now. I'm not mad at that. I'm just mad at my little brother when you don't respect me. And when you don't respect me, I'm gonna spank your ass. I don't give a fuck how rich you got on the block. I'm your big brother.
We made a bail appeal to Judge Carter. It did not go our way. The fight continues. We're not giving up by a long shot. I told Mr. Combs I'm going to try and get his case to trial as quickly as possible. I'm going to try and minimize the amount of time he spends in very, very difficult and I believe inhumane housing conditions in the special housing unit in Metropolitan Detention Facility.
What they're looking for, because it was going on the premises of sex, they're looking for pictures of girls that may appear to be under a context. Like they in the act. That's what they're looking for. So now they're going to go through all those devices. If somebody got any kind of weird fetishes that they got for little kids or little girls or something like that, in any kind of pictures or any kind of photos that they took out of there.
He defended Diddy, stating that what he is accused of doing is nothing new in the world of famous entertainers. He argued that flying women out for parties or intimate gatherings is a common practice among celebrities and should not be considered illegal. Boozy questioned whether it is fair to label women who willingly participate in these experiences as prostitutes, suggesting that if that were the case, then many women would fall under that category. He expressed concerns about the trafficking charge and warned that it could be used as a tool to target high-profile figures in the hip-hop community.
His alleged association with Sean Diddy Combs and the controversial parties that have long surrounded the music mogul. While Hart hasn't been charged with any wrongdoing, the mere connection to Diddy's world, now under intense scrutiny due to Diddy's ongoing legal battles, casts a shadow over Hart's otherwise untarnished career. Hollywood, where image is paramount, can be unforgiving when that image becomes compromised. For Hart, the fallout could have serious ramifications, not only professionally, but potentially legally as well. The situation intensified when fellow comedian Cat Williams publicly commented on Hart's rise to stardom. Williams, known for his brash and unfiltered takes on the entertainment industry, has often critiqued what he sees as Hollywood's darker, more manipulative side. He suggested that Hart's success wasn't solely due to his comedic talent, but rather his close relationship with Diddy. Williams has even implied that Hart may have been complicit in some of the excessive behavior that allegedly took place at Diddy's infamous parties. Although Williams' claims remain unverified, they add to the growing speculation surrounding Hart's association with Diddy. Williams has long positioned himself as an outsider in Hollywood, frequently speaking out against what he perceives to be the industry's hidden agendas. His comments about Hart fit into a larger narrative that questions the true cost of success in Hollywood and how far one might be willing to go to achieve and maintain it. Rumors are swirling that Hart's relationship with Diddy may have gone beyond professional boundaries, with some sources suggesting that their connection was more personal. While these claims are unproven, the very fact that they are being discussed in the media is enough to cause concern. Diddy's private life, already the subject of speculation for years, is now under the microscope as more victims and witnesses come forward in the wake of his legal troubles. With Hart's name being pulled into the same conversations, the comedian is now entangled in a scandal far removed from his comedic roots. Some insiders speculate that Hart may have cooperated with federal investigators as a way of distancing himself from Diddy. While this might help Hart protect his career, cooperation in such a high-profile case comes with its own set of risks. Hollywood is notoriously cutthroat, and if Hart has indeed turned on Diddy, it could be seen as a betrayal of loyalty. In an industry where relationships and alliances are key, this could lead to backlash from peers who value loyalty above all else. Diddy, on the other hand, faces perhaps the most significant challenge of his career. His recent arrest is only the beginning of what could be a long and grueling legal battle, one that threatens to expose more of the hidden aspects of his life and career. With more people stepping forward, the case seems poised to unravel further in the public eye. As the scandal deepens, the once untouchable image of Diddy is crumbling, and it seems likely that more high-profile figures like Hart may get caught in the fallout. For Kevin Hart, being linked to Diddy's legal troubles is a dangerous place to be. His reputation, built over years of hard work and comedic genius, is now at risk of being tarnished by association. Whether Hart was a willing participant in Diddy's world or simply caught in the crossfire, the public's perception of him is being challenged. In a world where celebrities are often judged as much by their associations as by their own actions, Hart's silence on the matter is only adding to the speculation. As the media continues to speculate, Hart faces a difficult choice. Will he publicly address the rumors and accusations, potentially clearing his name but also risking further scrutiny? Or will he choose to stay silent, hoping the storm will eventually pass? With the public watching closely, the stakes for Hart have never been higher. In the end, the truth will come to light, and both Hollywood and the public will have to grapple with what it reveals. Whether Hart is a victim trying to save himself or an active participant in Diddy's world of excess, the unfolding scandal could mark a turning point for one of comedy's biggest stars. The irony is hard to miss. Kevin Hart, a man who has brought laughter to millions, could now find himself playing a key role in one of Hollywood's most explosive scandals in years.